guys, I'm Claire from Thirsty Brush, and today we're going to be doing a Milk Carton Papercraft project and combining some of our paper scraps like we do every Friday. So this is the project that we're going to be doing, this cute little milk carton. It's a really easy thing that you can do from any A4 size piece of card, and I'll show you all the scoring measurements and then how you can decorate it using your scrap bits of pattern paper as well. So the first thing you're going to need is a scoreboard and a paper trimmer. So I'll go through the measurements of the scoring. This was a 12 by 12 piece of our paper, but you can use any cardstock or papers that are around 200, 250. You might even be able to go a little thicker than that, but I did try and use it with some 350 GSM card and it didn't work very well, so slightly lighter. I'm scoring on the back of this card so I don't get any cracking on my lovely pattern, and you need to score at 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10 and then 10.5 on the landscape, and then on a portrait you score at 1/2 inch. This is all in inches. 2 inches. I'm just checking there, and nearly scored at the right bit. So 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 5 inches and 7 inches. I will put all these measurements in the description for you, and there's a couple of bits here just along the bottom and the one side to trim off, so it is actually slightly less than an A4. So I'm just going to get rid of those extra bits now using my paper trimmer. And then the next thing to do is just kind of fold along all those score lines now, just to make sure the piece of paper or piece of card is going to easily kind of naturally go into our box shape. So just before doing that and loosening all the scores, I've got a pair of scissors, and to get the bottom of the box to be kind of flaps that you fold over and glue together to make the base of the box, you just need to cut the bottom part slightly on an angle to make kind of 4 tabs. Just make sure you're holding the piece of paper the right way up, so as you do this you should have the 1/2 inch score line at the top of the page when you're holding it landscape, and then you're cutting the is it 2 inch or 1.5 inch? The 2 inch piece for these tabs at the top. And this last little bit here where it's 1/2 inch, that can completely go. And I cut 2 of the tabs slightly shorter alternately, just to stop a little bit of the bulk when you're folding up the box. So like I say, you just need to kind of fold over now along all the score lines, going across and down on your box, just so it kind of nicely and evenly fits together with hardly any effort. So I haven't folded along all the score lines, now it's just a case of adhering it all together. So I'm going to use some red liner tape, which is super sticky kind of construction tape. You can use wet glue and double-sided tape as well, but I do find it's much easier with a really strong tape like a red liner, because it just adheres immediately and is really strong and will not come undone. So once you've turned over the 1/2 inch little tab that you've got at the end of the box, you need some red tape there, and you need some red tape on 2 of the tabs. It doesn't really matter which 2 tabs that you do. as long as they are next to each other and not alternate, and that will make sense when you put the base together. Okay, so I'm just taking off tape there, and then I've just realised that I didn't go all the way along that little 1/2 inch tab, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to the kind of lid area, so right along that 1/2 inch tab. To find an end on the tape. Okay, and then that will give us a nice join and adhering seam then for the box. So just line it up and one quick press, so you get like a square cylinder shape now. So now we just need to put the tabs on the bottom and create the base of the box. So take off the tape on one, that will become your base, and you can press it down by popping your hand through the cylinder, turning it upside down, and that will just make sure it adheres together really nice and strongly. And then the final 2 tabs just flap over the top, so that's really strong then, and by trimming down some of them you've reduced a little bit of the bulk. Just don't trim them down too much where they won't overlap. So this is how you create the top bit now. If you just push your fingers in from left to right, and then you'll have another score line of your 1/2 inch then, and it really is as simple as that. I'm going to do it again quite slowly just to show you. You just hold the box, push your forefinger in, and it will just naturally fold for you. As long as you've given all those score lines a nice fold beforehand, it's just going to naturally go together. Just take a little bit of practice. I think I, maybe did 2 before I got it looking exactly how I wanted, but that was about it. And so that's your basic box. So as I say, I've used our Bermuda Breeze paper pad there, paper stack, which is 200 GSM, but you use anything you want for that, anything you've already got. And then your scraps come in by using some other pattern papers. Again, these are bits from my Bermuda Breeze, are just scraps that I got lying around, and I've used a couple of small square dies to just mat and lay them up for some sides. But you can decorate your box with any kind of die cut scraps or anything you want. So I just want to, this adds to the strength of your box as well, and just makes it look pretty. But of course you could just leave it plain if you want to, or really decorate it up as crazy as you want. I'm just using a tape pen here to do this, but use wet glue or your red liner tape again, whatever you've got to hand. And you'll notice I've joined the top of the box to keep it closed with a little crocodile clip, or if you've got those small little wooden pegs that are used for card making, that will keep it closed and keep whatever you want inside. You could fill it with treats, or you could fill it with very small cards, a small gift, maybe some jewellery would look quite cool. And I've got just a stamped and embossed sentiment here. I'm just popping on the front, so I can use this as a little birthday gift box. So I hope you enjoyed this project, something different to do with both your paper scraps and your cardstock that you've got left lying around at home, or maybe colours that you don't particularly like for card making that you could make really cute boxes out of. Do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. Give it a thumbs up too, and maybe drop me a comment if you make this project and let me know what you think. I am on Create and Craft tomorrow. That's what day is it tomorrow? The 9th of May 2020 at 4:30, and I'm going to be doing lots of lovely more demos using these fabulous paper pads. So do join in then, and catch some of these other videos of mine as well, with loads of papercraft, card making, scraps and watercolouring techniques and ideas for you. Thanks so much for watching.